we got here? We got a dead cat hanging here and a camera. Overhead video rig. Going to talk about it coming up. I'm Roger, welcome to the shop. What I'm going to cover today is an overhead video rig. I've had a couple of viewers say it'd be nice to be able to get an overhead view of some of the projects. I've never really had a good way to do that before. So, did a little bit of research and engineering, and I'll show you what I came up with here. So here's a part of the shop you don't normally get to see, and that's the ceiling. This is a garage door opener right up here. So I have to be careful where I mount these things. For example, these LED panel lights, and there's one on each side of me here that point down to this area. It is at the very edge of where the garage door is when it comes up. I mean, it's just right there. You could barely slip a piece of paper between the edge of that light and the garage door when it's up. So I had to leave room this way for summertime and when I have that garage door open. Of course, it's winter right now and it's like 10 degrees outside, so I'm not going to have that door open. Ugh. So what I have here are a couple of mounts. These are made by a company called Sellens. This is a box that came in. It was a 2-pack. And I'll put a link in the description to them. I got them on Amazon. Then I have a extra video light right here for work that is right below me. This is a microphone with a dead cat. I always record with 2 cameras, and I always have audio going on this camera as well, in case something goes wrong with this camera over here, in case I lose the audio. And that's happened a couple times before, even though I can monitor it. Sometimes I'm not paying attention and maybe a battery goes dead or a connection comes apart or we get a bunch of static or something. I always have backup audio this way. Up here, and you can't really see this from that angle, is a video monitor. So I'll grab another camera here and I'll kind of show you what all this looks like. So what does all this look like? Well, there's that monitor right there. There's that second light. I should say third light, a little light I can aim down and increase or decrease the temperature on. There is a shotgun microphone with a dead cat on it. And mounted up here right now is a Panasonic GH4. And what you see right there is remote control. And on my rig that I normally shoot with, which is right here, see there's a video monitor on that. And right up there in that corner is another remote. This way I can turn both of these cameras on and off with the remote. And when having this one up here on the ceiling, especially when I raise it up to where I would normally be using it, right now I have it extended down, it would be hard to reach the buttons, etc. So what do these mounts consist of and how are they mounted? Well, they're screwed to the ceiling trusses in here. Yeah, I got a little bit of a dusty pipe up there, but it's a shop. It gets dusty, we get cobwebs. So I'll need to clean that this winter, I guess. But these are screwed into the joists. I've got them in a couple different spots. I have one for the monitor and one for the camera. And I can swap these back and forth if I wish. Just kind of give you an idea how I do it. Of course, if you're doing this in your living room, you probably can't just be drilling holes in the ceiling. There's other ways to do this. This is works out well for the shop here. It was very inexpensive to get these rigged up. So what can I do with this rig? Well, for one, if I'm working on something right in front of me here, a lot of times I have to mess around with a camera. I put another one over here and try to aim it down at an angle, and sometimes you can't get a real clear view of what I'm doing. But now, switching this video over to the other camera, you can see right down here in front of me, these are a couple of test tiles I've done from laser engraving. And if you're curious about exactly what this is, it's a test tile for the Nicky Norton white tile method for laser engraving. And the one you see over here is when the laser head was brand new. And this one here is after about 20 hours of use. So you can see that's lost some power. I'm going to be doing another video on that here in the future about the cheap laser heads and how they don't really last like they say they are. But this is one example of where having this right below me here, I can close up. Of course, I have it zoomed in pretty tight now. I can also zoom this out to get a wider view of what I'm doing down here if I need to. And of course I have the backup audio, which is always a plus. I've always got a camera sitting somewhere to do that backup audio. And I can raise this up further yet here if I like. I did raise it up just a little bit. And it's the same with the monitor. And when I'm not using these, I will raise them all the way up so they're just literally not in the way of anything. Especially if I get to working with something here in the table saw, I don't want to be banging these. And so this extends up and it only hangs down 10, 12 inches from the ceiling when it's fully collapsed. So right here is the angle I shoot most of my videos at. This is just out of camera view up here. Yeah, I don't even know if you can see them little dead cat whiskers hanging down, but it's for the most part up there. I can still see my monitor up here when I need to. I can still do work down here, and I can zoom this in and out very easily. I can reach the lens very easily, and as I said, when I'm not using this, I will push those all the way up, and I'm not going to leave a camera hanging up there anyway. So if you got anything out of this little rigging thing here I did for overhead video, appreciate getting a thumbs up. It helps the channel. Otherwise, I'm Roger in the shop, playing with my new rig. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.